Hello guys, welcome to the self journey. No matter if you searched on YouTube or YouTube recommended you to watch this video, in both cases this is a part of your manifestation. In this video, I'll explain what is actual intuition and how to identify true intuition. If you are interested in the spiritual journey and you may already have some sort of basic knowledge about intuitive power, even if you are manifesting something, still intuition is very important for you to identify it. So without wasting any moment, let's jump into it. Before going into depth, I want to define it. Many people have different explanations, but what I would like to say is very simple. Intuition is the thought, feeling or emotions that bring you closer to God or the universe. Whatever you say, following this thought or idea will make you move forward on the path of spirituality, while the delusional thought make you apart from God or the universal energy or creator. And if you follow such thoughts, it would pull you back on the spiritual journey and will make you stuck on that point. Delusional thoughts can make you happy. They can satisfy you and can please you, but their results are short-term and they harm you in the long-term journey. Now the question is how to identify the true intuitions. Firstly, intuitions are always true because they come from the heart, the doorway of the soul. And what you think intuition is a delusional thought of the subconscious mind or the thought that comes from the lower self of a human. In my previous video I mentioned that lower self has also roots inside the heart, that is the doorway of soul. So here's the secret of identity, the true intuition. Look, for example, you see a tap of water, you open it and take some water. Sometimes it is hot and sometimes it is cold. One day you track the mixer, you see that behind the tap there's a mixer that is mixing two pipes of hot and cold water. The method of identifying your true intuition is somehow similar. To deeply understand it, I want to give you some more examples. Consider that there are 3 rooms in a line. One room is in the middle and it has 2 windows opening into the other 2 rooms. Now in one room there's a heater that is turned on to keep this warm, and the other room is chilled with the help of chillers. Consider if both windows are opened and you are in the middle of the room, so you'll feel the normal temperature. If you move to the hot room you will feel hot, but if you move in the opposite direction you will feel cold. That's what happens with us. Sometimes unknowingly we do some activities that strengthen our spiritual power and our intuitive power becomes stronger, while usually we do the opposite and our delusional thoughts distract us. So I want to share an example from my life to identify the true intuitions and to follow them, but first I would like to tell you a story of a Sufi master. Once a Sufi master was going somewhere with another spiritual man. The weather was very cold and everything was frozen due to low temperature. The man with the Sufi master had an extra piece of cloth, like a blanket or some sort of overcoat. A thought came to his mind that the Sufi master's feet were chilling, so I should tear it into 2 pieces and should wrap around his feet. Then he thought, this is very expensive, so I shouldn't waste this. Moving to their destination, that person asked, "Master, what is the difference between intuition and delusion?" Sufi master said, "Your first thought was from God. He wanted me to prevent from coldness, and the other thought came from the devil, and your ego asked you to save your belongings. That's the difference between intuition and delusion." This story tells us that intuition is not just for bigger decisions in our lives. Rather, it works round the clock. The reason we get distracted is because we don't have the knowledge to identify it. Now consider the example of windows explained previously. Our situation is like living in the middle room. On the one side, we have intuitive knowing, and on the other side, we have physical, emotional, or some other attachments. I want to give you a real-life example from my life so that you better understand it. A few days ago, I was with my little cousin. My cousin's age is just 4 to 5 years. This child is very naughty, so sometimes I feel embarrassed due to some annoying activities of this child. A few days ago, I was having tea, and I had a cup of hot tea in my hand. That naughty child gave a few strong jerks to my hand. Some quantity was spilled outside and even a few drops fell on their hand, but that brave child was still smiling. I was triggered and my instinct asked me to punish them for their act, but when I noticed their skin was a little bit damaged, instead of taking any action, I just said to them, "Look, you try to tease me, but you got punishment by yourself." After this I thought for a while. I noticed what was that voice that wanted me to beat that child, and what sort of voice was that stopped me. So I got the secret that the former was the delusion of the lower self and later was my intuition. Usually, when you face such situations that you are triggered and you feel very uncomfortable, In that scenario, the voice asks you to keep calm and to maintain your patience. If you practice following that voice, then your intuitive power becomes stronger and you become spiritual and you start moving to the right window. Before making this video, when I was searching on YouTube to see what other people are sharing so that I can give a special way to identify the true intuition, I noticed that some people even say that intuition is against logic. What I say in this regard, I say that intuition is not always illogical. Even sometimes you can use logic to follow your intuition. I will tell you later because this video will become longer. So guys, if you liked my content and learned something new, something special, please like this video so that it can reach more people and more people can get this knowledge. If you are interested in such more videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Bye bye.